All right, let's just get right into it. We're going to talk about something pretty profound today, a kind of personal transformation that you absolutely have to go through to grow. And I'm not talking about little life hacks or small tweaks here and there. Nope. We're talking about a complete demolition and rebuilding. It's really about destroying your old self so you can finally make room for the new one.
I want you to just sit with that for a second. There's a version of you that needs to die. It sounds harsh, I know. But honestly, it's the only way to say it that really gets the point across. We're not talking about the real you, the one that's full of hope. We're talking about the part of you that's been holding you back.
So let's get real for a moment. I'm about to describe someone, and I just want you to ask yourself, does any of this sound a little too familiar?
Yeah, this is that version of you. The one who wakes up and the very first thing they do is grab their phone. The one who dreams big but then somehow just gives up on the day before it's even really started. You know that quiet, constant ache? That feeling that you are made for something more but you're just stuck? That's the one. It's the you that fills every single quiet moment with noise, with content, with literally anything to avoid being alone with your own thoughts.
But here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. That feeling, that ache, it's not a sign that you're broken. It's actually the most honest thing you have. It's a compass, and it's pointing you exactly where you need to go. It's telling you, hey, it is time for a change.
Now, what's so fascinating is that this struggle, it's not just a personal failure. You're not just lazy, you're not undisciplined. You are fighting against a system, a massive, unseen enemy that we're going to call the machine.
And this machine, wow, it was built by some of the smartest people on the planet. It's designed to tap into your boredom, your loneliness, your need to feel connected, and it weaponizes all of that for one single purpose: to keep you distracted. Its only goal is to capture the most valuable thing you own.
And I am not exaggerating when I say this. Right now, your attention, it's worth more than gold. It's worth more than oil. Why? Because whoever has your attention controls your behavior. And your behavior, day after day, year after year, that becomes your life. The machine is built to mine that resource 24/7.
And this just shows you the cost over time. Just look at these two people. They start at the exact same point. But that one tiny choice in the morning, do I scroll or do I sit in silence, it creates two completely different realities. Person A, lost in the noise, is in the exact same spot 5 years later. But person B, just 5 minutes of stillness a day. After 5 years, they're on a different planet. It's not about being stronger. It's about making one different choice over and over again.
So how in the world do you fight back against this thing? Well, it's not some new app. It's not some complicated productivity system. The weapon is something you already have. It's ancient, it's powerful, and it's totally free. It's silence.
Think about it. The machine literally cannot function if you're still. It feeds on input, on stimulation. So your ability to just sit with yourself with no noise, that is an act of rebellion. It's the one thing the algorithms can't touch. And it's the foundation for every single positive change you want to make.
Okay, so let's make this super practical. This is something you can do today. First, put your phone somewhere where you can't reach it, not just face down, like in another room. Then just sit for 5 minutes. It's going to feel weird. That's okay. After that, look around your room, your space, as if you've never seen it before. And just ask yourself, what in here is pulling me away from who I want to be? And what's moving me toward it? Be honest.
Now, when you do this, you're going to feel antsy. You're going to feel uncomfortable. And I need you to know that feeling is not boredom. It's withdrawal. It's your brain and your body finally recalibrating after being bombarded with information all the time. That discomfort, it's actually a sign that it's working.
So, once you've created a little bit of space with that silence, that's when the real work can start. See, this isn't just about breaking bad habits. It's about changing who you are on a fundamental level. It's about building a whole new identity.
This quote, "This might be the most important thing we talk about today. You can set all the goals you want, but if, deep down, your story about yourself is I'm the kind of person who quits or I'm just not disciplined, you will always, always find a way to fall back to that story. Your actions have to line up with who you believe you are."
So how do you change that inner story? Well, you can't just think your way into it. You have to act your way into it. You start small. You start collecting tiny little pieces of proof, tiny bits of evidence that the old story is wrong. Every time you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy thing, no matter how small, you're basically casting a vote for a new identity. You act as if you are that person. And eventually,
You just become them.
And you have to know this. That awkward, messy feeling when your new habits feel fake, like you're wearing a costume that doesn't quite fit, that is not a sign that you're failing. That is the feeling of growth. It's what it feels like to be in that space between who you used to be and who you're becoming.
Which brings us right here, to the moment of truth. This is the point where all this talk, all this inspiration, has to become something real. It's time to make your first real choice.
I want you to think about this. If you put 100 people in a room who all feel that same pull, who all know they need to change, maybe 15 of them will actually do something about it. And of those 15, how many stick with it? 5? 5 out of 100. And those 5 people, they aren't special. They just understand what comes next.
The most dangerous place on earth for a dream is this gap. You know the one. It's that space between the moment you feel inspired and the moment you actually take the first step. The longer you wait there, the more your old self has time to talk you out of it, to say, start tomorrow.
So the key is to close that gap. Immediately. Right now. As you're listening. I want you to ask yourself, what is one single tiny choice I can make before today is over that moves me just 1 inch closer to the person I want to be?
And here's the secret. The first step is going to feel like nothing. It's making your bed. It's putting your phone down and walking away. It's writing 1 sentence in a journal. It is so small, so quiet that nobody else in the world will ever see it, but you'll see it, and you're the only one that matters.
Because that tiny invisible choice, it's not just a choice. It's a promise you're keeping to yourself. It's the very first sentence in a brand new story. It's the first piece of evidence that says, you know what, I'm the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do.
So I'll just leave you with this question. The old self, the old story, it's done. Its time is up. And letting it go isn't a failure, it's a graduation. Right now, the page is blank. So, what are you going to write? What is the very first line of your new story?